This lesson is for section 2.5. We're going to solve equations using addition or subtraction. So we have some things we have to look at, some definitions for inverse operations, equivalent expressions, and the addition and subtraction property of equality. Our first definition is inverse operations. These are two operations that undo each other. To make it simple, we're just doing the opposite operation. So the addition, the opposite of addition is to subtract, and the opposite of subtraction is to add, and the same thing with multiplying and divide. To reverse that operation, you do multiplication or division. The other thing would be to involve equivalent expressions. So an equivalent expression is just two numbers that have the same, two sides that would have the same answer. Next, you can stop this at any time as you're taking your notes down. The subtraction property of equality simply states that if you subtract the same amount from both sides, the answer stays the same. So let's take a look right here. What we have is, we know that x plus 5 equals 7. So now if I subtract 5 from both sides, x minus 5 from one side and x minus 5 from the other side, we're going to wind up with a new answer. And what would that be? Of course, if you took 5 away from this side, that would go away, and 7 minus 5 is 2. So x would equal 2. For the addition property of equality, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add the same amount to both sides. So in this example right here, we have 9 minus 11, and we're trying to find y equals y minus 11. So what we're trying to figure out is what is y. So if we add 11 to both sides, again, that's the opposite of subtraction. You can see here we added 11, so minus 11 plus 11 goes away. We're adding 11. Here, 9 plus 11 is 20, and that equals y. So if we were to put 20 into this equation right here, 20 minus 11 equals 9. Now, I know we're talking a lot about variables and letters in these last couple of lessons, and what I want to look at is, what is a variable? It's something that changes. So if I told you that I had 3 boxes, 1, 2, and 3, and the same amount of, say, pennies were in each box, and the total number of pennies was 24, you could pretty much tell me how many boxes would be, how many pennies would be in each box. Well, you'd just say, well, there's 8 in each box, because 8 plus 8 plus 8 would give me 24. So this would also change. So how much is in the box varies, and that's where the word variable comes. If I come from here and I put another box there, now there's 4 boxes, same amount of pennies in each one. How many pennies are in each one? All right, you would intuitively say, oh, this isn't times here, sorry, it's plus. You would say that 6 plus 6 plus 6, 6 plus 6, all the way to 24. And you could keep doing that. So the amount in each box varies, so that becomes our variable. And again, I could throw in, I could put this, so there are 6 boxes up here. And we could add these together. And if we do that, we have 6 boxes equals 24. So how much would be in each box? Well, there would be 24 divided by 6 would be 4. So this is like 6 boxes equals 24. So now you would know that you kind of have to divide both sides by 6 to get our answer. And you know that there would be 4 in each box. We're going to work with some algebra tiles in class, and what I want to look at is just solving equations using addition or subtraction property of equality. So here I kind of modeled. So we have x over here, and this is just going to be our variable. Just like I showed you, we have the box. Now there's something in that box. We don't know how much is in there. But let's just say we have x plus 4 more. It could be for anything. It could be 4 pennies. There's some pennies in the box plus 4 pennies, and that equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can see that I've written that up here. X here plus these 4 boxes equals the 9 boxes over here. So we got to figure out what the value of x is. So one way we can do that is the subtraction property of equality. We can take 4 away from both sides. We can't just take 4 away from one side, but if I take these away, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I go to the other side and take 1, 2, 3, 4 away, how many are left? So there's 5 left. So x equals 5. So by using the subtraction property of equality, we can see that we have 5 pennies in this box. What we're doing in this example is, you can see I've changed this now. So I have x minus 4. So I put, instead of having little plus signs down here, I have minus 4. So I'm subtracting 4 here from this equation. So what is the opposite of subtraction? Well, of course, the opposite of subtraction is addition. So now what we're going to do is add 4 to both sides. Now if I add 4 to both sides, remember integers, remember what we do here. We added 4 to both sides. And what does that give us? That gives us 4 0 pairs. So this becomes 0, 0, 0, 0, and that goes away. So what we have left on this side is x. But since we added 4 to this side, we have to add 4 more to this side. So what that's going to give us is 1, 2, 3, 4 more pluses on this side. We added those 4 blocks to this side. So if I add 4, what does that leave me with? So I have 4 and 6 are 10 and 3 are 13. So we're going to have x equals 13. And if you plug in 13 up here, well, yeah, 13 minus 4 equals 9. All right, that's going to give you your homework, and you can finish your examples.